Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your guest Solange Daniel, and I'm back with another video. From now on, I'm going to be calling myself Cherry, but that's by the way. I want us to look into something. I'm talking about this. I'm going to talk. In this video, I'm going to be talking about life. We're going to be having a chat, right? On why I think in this video, I'm going to be having a chat with you on why I believe single ladies should be okay being alone till God decides to send you a spouse. Wanting a spouse, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think because a lady wanted to get married makes her desperate or makes her not longer a feminist or something of that sort. Everybody wants companionship. The best form of love on earth is consideration, and we want someone in our life who consider us in everything they do. But the reason I'm making this video because I want to teach ladies what I learned. It took me 30 years to learn this. It took me all the time I had on earth to learn this. As a woman, you have to be okay being alone, because if not, you're going to end up being a pawn in the hand of miserable men, of men in the palms of men who are not serious about you. I'm going to give you a few reasons why you should be okay being alone. And I did I did write down a few reasons. First, I want you to know that singleness is not a punishment. There is no law on earth that says just because a woman is single, she's not worthy of life. She's not worthy of job. She's not worthy to have properties in his or her name. We are in the 21st century. A woman can own as much property as the one. Just because you're single does not mean you don't need to have friends. Just because you're single does not mean you cannot take yourself out. Just because you're single, basically it is not a punishment. Second one, God protects you in the waiting. I don't want you to think that just because you're single, God is not with you. Let me tell you, with God, marriage can be in the beginning of your adulthood, in the middle of your adulthood, at the end of not like at the end, at the later age of your adulthood. Take a good look at your fingers. None of them is the same for a reason. No woman is the same, and no woman's timing is the same. The journey you will walk this earth is different from the journey your twin sister will walk this earth. Is different. Number two, you have to learn who you are. Being single allows you to know who you are. Do you love being alone? In my case, I enjoy being alone. Do you love being in the midst of people? How is your social battery? Does it run out easily? What can you condone from friends and family and even loved ones? What can you not condone? What do you like? What pleases you? What is that one thing that even if you are mad, if someone does it, it calms you down? What is that one thing? You need to learn all these things about yourself. You need to learn your goal. Learn your goal. Learn what you want to become in life. Just because you're married does not mean you shouldn't become anything in life. I mean, just because you're single does not mean you should spend your time waiting and not wanting anything in life. You need to learn your goals, your purpose. Desperation lowers discernment. I want you to know that. When you're desperate and when the Holy Spirit is talking to you, that someone is bad, a company is bad, you won't get it because you have turned on the volume of the ugly thoughts in your head that keeps telling you, oh, you're 35, you're 36, you're 37, you're 40. Meanwhile, the Holy Spirit is telling you that that person is there to make your life miserable. I've come across women who got married when they were desperate, in their 30s, and by the time they were in their 40s, God forgive me, but they lost their life. They were in jail because of how toxic that relationship. They lost everything they've worked for 30 something years of their lives. So remember, God knows timing. Ecclesiastes 3:11. What does it tell us? He makes everything right in his own time. Just because your time is later, that does not make you less of a woman or a human being. And you shouldn't condone nonsense for men who think because you're older and single they can talk to you anyhow. School them. Put them in their position. Make sure that whenever they come around you, they have to adjust. Because you are the reason why they are here. And if the women choose not to have kids anymore, we won't have any more of them. See, as you're single, it should be your time of devotion to yourself and to God. Work on yourself. What did you always wish you didn't do? You yelling, go to therapy, being reactive, learn to work on yourself. Undivided attention to yourself. You wanted to know God more, do that. You wanted to get into philanthropy, do that. Give yourself and God undivided attention. Build your emotional strength. Learn when to react and when not to react. Learn what to say and what not to say. Learn when to retract your words. Learn to respond and not react to things. Teach yourself that. Remember, being single is way better than being in a miserable marriage. So why being single? I'm not saying that you should think you're just because you're single, your friends don't have a beautiful marriage. They do. They have a fabulous marriage. Always think that and always know that yours will be fabulous too. But what I'm saying is that there are scenarios of people who have been married and end up losing their life, lose everything they worked for, ending up in jail, getting in so much trouble. Why? Because they picked the wrong partner. Let me tell you, when the devil cannot get to you, he's going to use a spouse to get to you, be it you're a man or a woman. He will use a spouse to get to you. So listen when the Holy Spirit is telling you, go ahead, don't go ahead. Go left, go right. I want you to understand that as a woman who is single, whether you're in your 30s or 40s, you have as much value as a man. But I want you to understand, I want you to work on yourself and come to that position where you're contented being just you and God. Don't be in a hurry. Don't let any Jack, Mark, and Matthew into your life just because you don't want to be single anymore. It does get exhausting to be alone and single. Not exhausting. Once in a while it gets lonely. That's why you have friends. That's why you keep a good circle of friends around you. Not necessarily talk about it, but you can call them on the phone and have a chat with them. Why? You can call them on the phone and have a chat with them to get your mind off things. Like I said, don't be in a hurry to get out of your single season. You might just end up being in a hurry to go back into it. And don't let a man or an incompetent woman out there who think getting married is an accomplishment talk down on you because you are single. I want you to take your time and school them. School the hell out of them. I need you to school them. Let them know who you are, your accomplishment, and why you are single. It is by choice. Not to end up with a bomb. Bye. Thank you.